Whoa, is that Spurs Renee? Yes, it is. That song in the back is mine. Go ahead and listen to that. Down in the description, Linktree has all my socials with music and everything. We got the 7 levels of racist. Let's get into it. Shouts out to Black Stories Untold.
Every level of racist in America explained. Level 1, the Karen. Let's start with everyone's favorite, the accidental racist.
Ew, she is not a customer. She is just some bum that wandered in off the street.
The Karen, the person who swears they're not racist while saying the most racist stuff imaginable. New York, 2020. Amy Cooper sees a black man bird watching, and somehow her brain goes straight to 911. There's an African-American man threatening my life, she says, voice trembling like she's being chased by a serial killer instead of someone watching birds. These are your I have black friends people. They'll compliment your English like it's shocking you can speak. They'll touch your hair without asking. They'll tell you you're not like other black people and think that's a compliment.
Weirdos.
Philadelphia, 2018. 2 black men commit the heinous crime of existing in a Starbucks without buying coffee yet. The manager calls the cops. They get arrested for waiting. Level 1 racists don't burn crosses.
They actually arrested them too? Yeah, they racist.
Just make your everyday life exhausting. 68% of workers deal with microaggressions regularly. But these people swear it's all misunderstandings. They're not trying to be racist. They're just really bad at not being racist. Parents literally have to teach kindergartners how to survive encounters with level 1 racists. But sure, it's just awkwardness, right? Here's the thing about accidental racists. They're everywhere, but they're symptoms of something way more organized. Level 2, the gatekeeper. Level 2 doesn't shout slurs. They smile politely and say, "Unfortunately, that position has been filled," while your resume is still warm from the printer. These are your HR managers, loan officers, real estate agents, and school.
I be peeping that with people, bro. I be peeping that too, but I just don't care because, nobody's really bold enough to do anything in person. So,
traders. They don't hate black people. They just happen to find reasons why black people don't quite fit. Chicago, 1930s. Government officials literally drew red lines around black neighborhoods like they were radioactive zones. Banks couldn't lend there. Too risky, they said. Cool. Totally normal behavior from professionals. Long Island, 2019. Real estate agents get caught on hidden camera. They show white couples the dream home and tell black couples with identical finances that everything's already pending. Magic. It's almost like nothing changed except the paperwork got prettier. Today's gatekeepers call it culture fit in hiring. They point to credit scores without mentioning how those scores got tanked by discriminatory lending. Black home ownership sits at 46.4% compared to 75.8% for white families. Gee, wonder how that happened. Must be personal choice, right?
Yep.
School district administrators draw enrollment boundaries like military strategists, somehow always managing to separate rich white kids from poor black kids. It's not about race, it's about property values. Yeah.
Weird.
And how exactly do you think those property values got that way?
You're just racist, bro.
The gatekeeper is dangerous because they have institutional power and plausible deniability. They're not burning crosses. They're just following company policy that mysteriously always hurts the same people. But gatekeepers? That's child's play. Sometimes they don't even bother with individual discrimination. Level 3, the colorblind. Level 3 is where we get really creative. Why write obviously racist laws when you can write colorblind ones that just happen to devastate black communities? Pure coincidence, obviously. These are your state legislators, federal congresspeople, and policy wonks. They craft laws that sound totally fair on paper, but work like surgical strikes against black communities. Washington, D.C., 1986. Congress decides crack, predominantly used in black communities, gets you 100 times the sentence of powder cocaine. Same drug, different packaging. But hey, the law doesn't mention race, so totally fair, right? These lawmakers love voter ID requirements. Everyone should have ID. Sure, except ID costs money. DMVs are mysteriously rare in certain neighborhoods, and some folks work 3 jobs without time for bureaucratic field trips. But technically, colorblind. Mission accomplished. They fund algorithms for hiring and lending without checking for bias. Facial recognition error rate for light-skinned men, 0.8%. For darker-skinned women, 34.7%. But it's just math, so it must be objective. They're not racist. They just
I know I'm not really talking a whole lot in this video, and it's because
signed off on systems that learned from our totally not racist data. The modern policymaker creates mass incarceration that looks totally legitimate, voter suppression that's technically legal, algorithmic bias that scales discrimination to industrial levels, all while maintaining plausible deniability. They don't wear hoods, they wear suits and hide behind focus groups and polling data. But sometimes, elected officials drop the act entirely and just go full authoritarian. Level 4, the enforcer.
Yep.
Level 4 is where your own government decides black people organizing is a national security threat. Not the Klan, not actual terrorists, people asking for equal rights. These are FBI agents, police chiefs, prosecutors, and intelligence officials who use the full power of the state to crush black leadership. California and Illinois,
Y'all are
1960s
so
to 70s.
y'all are so weird. And it's the thing is, with that Charlie Kirk nigga, it's just so funny because this nigga kept talking about, oh, black people this, oh, black people that, they're 13% of the population, and no one's reading statistics about y'all niggas. Is it true that motherfuckers be on that bullshit? Yeah. But you trying to make it seem like we be doing most of this shit and then you die from a white person. Like, literally everything you talked about when it pertained to us literally doesn't matter anymore because you died from a white person, bro. You kept talking about black people murdering on the murder rate, and then you died from a white person. And it's usually white people, from what I've seen, when it comes to anything with political anything. Assassinations, it's always white people. And that's just what I've seen. Hey, maybe there's that 1 or 2 black people, but nigga, it's white people most of the time, my nigga. So that nigga, everything that nigga said literally just got diffused. Like, literally everything he was saying just fell apart because he died from a white person. Sniped too. Shit crazy, bro.
FBI agents literally ran a program called COINTELPRO to neutralize black leadership. They didn't just spy, they actively sabotaged, imprisoned, and assassinated civil rights leaders.
Because they're weird.
Chicago,
They got nothing
December
else better to
1969. FBI agents give Chicago police a detailed floor plan of Fred Hampton's apartment. They coordinate a raid at 4 a.m. while he's sleeping, and he gets shot in the head. 21 years old. His crime? Feeding kids breakfast and teaching community organizing. They bugged Martin Luther King Jr.'s hotel rooms, sent him anonymous letters telling him to, and the FBI director literally called him the most dangerous Negro in America. These are federal agents. Think this is ancient history? Federal agents tracked Black Lives Matter organizers' cell phones, created fake social media accounts to monitor activists, and somehow, protesters keep ending up dead in cars and jail cells. But I'm sure it's all totally different now. Level 4 racists have badges, security clearances, and legal authority to destroy lives. They don't just discriminate, they wage war. Of course, when federal agents are too busy to handle things personally, there's always the street-level enforcers. Level 5, the uniform. Level 5 is where the people sworn to protect and serve become the threat, with badges, guns, and legal immunity to do whatever they want. These aren't bad apples, they're products of departments with bad cultures, bad training, and bad incentives. Tulsa, Oklahoma, 1921. Police officers don't just allow a white mob to destroy the wealthiest black community in America, they call in air support to drop bombs. Actual bombs on American citizens. Then they blame the victims. Ferguson, Missouri, 2014. The Department of Justice finds police officers were basically running a legal extortion racket, targeting black residents for traffic tickets to fund the city budget. almost like taxation without representation, but with tasers. New York City 2000s. Police officers conduct 700,000 stop and frisk encounters per year, 90% on Black and Latino men. Hit rate for finding weapons? About 1%. So basically, legal harassment with a 99% failure rate. But hey, they had quotas to meet. These officers pull over Black drivers at twice the rate during the day, but the disparity disappears at night when they can't see races clearly. They arrest Black kids for the same infractions that get white kids warnings. They patrol Black neighborhoods like occupying armies. Level 5 racists have legal authority to use violence while investigating themselves for misconduct. They don't burn crosses. They plant evidence and claim they feared for their lives. But uniform racism is still retail violence. When America really wants to get things done, we elect the people who write it into law. Level 6, the architect. Level 6 is where the cruelty becomes policy, not rogue cops or individual bigots. Elected officials who make oppression legal, systematic, and generational. These are governors, state legislators, Supreme Court justices, and federal officials who design the infrastructure of inequality. Virginia, 1705.
What the fuck?
State legislators
17?
don't just legalize owning humans. They systematically strip away every possible right. Can't own property, can't learn to read, can't gather in groups, can't defend yourself, can't testify in court. They write a manual for creating a permanent underclass. After slavery ends, these officials create convict leasing. Alabama, Georgia, Texas legislators turn prisons into slavery with extra steps. Black men get arrested for vagrancy, aka existing while poor, and leased to plantations and mines.
Shit is crazy, bro.
Death rates higher than actual slavery.
On our dicks. So much that they literally don't realize that the people that you really should be worrying about is the people that looks like them. And this is not a shot to white people either. Like, I'm not trying to be racist or anything. I'm just responding to the video. It's just like y'all have us down on lock for so long, yet you want to sit there and complain about the shit that we do, not realizing that the people who do the most egregious shit looks like y'all. Just saying. It looks like y'all. Literally, Charlie Kirk was talking about niggas, and then he got shot by a person that looks like him. And it's gonna keep happening. And you're gonna keep being on black people's dicks, while the people that look like you just keep getting away with murder over and over and over and over and over and over and over. I literally seen, and I didn't even want to see this. I go on Facebook and somebody that I know reposted about some dude R-wording a 7-year-old girl and only getting like 180 days in prison or something like that. Like, this is what I'm talking about. He did something to a 7-year-old girl, bro. This is what I mean. He didn't even get a year. Bro, it's just, they just really just letting someone who literally did something to somebody who's just starting elementary school, bro.
But technically legal. North Carolina officials, 1929 to 1970.
You're talking about where I'm at. Wait, what's up?
Run forced sterilization programs targeting undesirable populations.
Yeah, well, I don't
Guess
do that,
who that
so
meant?
I ain't got worried about that.
They sterilize over 7,600 people, mostly black women, without consent. State-sponsored medical abuse with a legal framework.
No.
Oregon legislators, 1844 to 1926, banned black people from living in the entire state. Not just slavery, straight up apartheid. Whites only carved into the state constitution. The liberal West Coast, everybody. Modern officials build
motherfuckers, ancestors. How are you gonna get mad at us but y'all brought us here? I'm gonna keep saying this, like, y'all brought us here and then get mad at us for doing shit. It's just like, damn, nigga, like, maybe you get mad at your ancestors for bringing niggas here. Like,
highways straight through black neighborhoods, like surgical strikes. I-10 through New Orleans, I-95 through Miami's Overtown. Urban renewal, they call it. Urban removal is more accurate. Level 6 racists don't just discriminate, They engineer society to make discrimination automatic. They don't wear hoods. They wear robes and sit in marble buildings. But even legal oppression requires paperwork and process. Sometimes people just say screw it and go full terrorist. Level 7, the terrorist. Level 7 is where we stop pretending there are rules. Domestic terrorists who use public violence to keep entire communities in line through sheer fear. These are Klan members, white extremists, white nationalists, and lone wolf shooters who believe in racial holy war. Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898.
Really?
White extremist leaders
We're back where I'm at?
Overthrow a legally elected government and exile hundreds of residents. Not a riot. A coordinated coup by businessmen and politicians who decided democracy had gone too far. Rosewood, Florida, 1923. Klan members and local vigilantes descend on an entire black town after a white woman claims assault. They burn it to the ground, end the lives of residents, and survivors scatter into the swamps. The town never recovers. It's erased from maps. East St. Louis, Illinois, 1917. White mobs kill over 100 black residents and burn 300 homes. The North isn't exempt. Racism doesn't respect geography. Between 1877 and 1950, lynch mobs end the lives of over 4,000 black Americans. Public spectacles with postcards sold as souvenirs. Families bring in picnic lunches to watch torture. This is the foundation everything else is built on. Charleston Church, 2015. Buffalo Supermarket, 2022.
Remember that.
Jacksonville Dollar General, 2023. Lone gunman citing replacement theory, targeting black spaces specifically. Level 7 racists don't hide behind policies or procedures.
And why I keep a gun on me no matter what. Because niggas are so fucking weird. And niggas are just so weird. I just don't see a reason why anybody shouldn't have a gun at this point. Plus, we're just in the era where nobody wants to throw hands. As much as I advocate of throwing hands, I have one. And I plan to buy more. And I don't plan to stop. And I will always have one on me. Because niggas are weird as fuck. And you don't know what the next person might do. For no reason. I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. Whoever, I don't know how many people heard about the dude who stabbed a Ukrainian woman on the light rail, but that happened literally like only a few minutes away from me, bro. My uncle knew him. Okay? So yeah, I'm always keeping something on me. I don't give a fuck. The fuck? Like...
They commit terrorism in broad daylight and call it patriotism. They are the logical conclusion of everything that came before. The Karen didn't invent racism. She just inherited the infrastructure. Today's results? Every level is operational. Karens in every workplace making daily life exhausting.
Yep.
Gatekeepers in every institution finding reasons to exclude. Policymakers writing colorblind laws that target with precision. Government agents surveilling and suppressing. Police officers enforcing the hierarchy with violence. Architects designing systematic oppression. Terrorists using fear as a weapon. Median white family has nearly 10 times the wealth of the median black family. Black students still disciplined at 3 times the rate. Voting rights under attack in multiple states. Same ladder, different people climbing.
For the people who thinks this shit is just like a 1920s or back in the day thing, no, bro, this shit still happens. Hey, keep yourself safe, bro. Everybody. Not even just black people. This can literally happen to anybody, any race, for any person, any reason. And a black person might see this shit and start shooting up white people in GTA. Just saying. It can happen to any race. So it's not just black people, but when it comes to like this shit, it usually happens to black people and like Mexicans too, but usually black people. It is. And I'm not even like the type of person who even like talks about this shit at all, bro. I literally don't even mind certain white people say nigga. I'm gonna be honest. But watching this video, I'm just saying, like, it's true. It's true. And you see it every day. You see it a lot. I don't want to say every day, but you see it a lot. Damn near every day. And it's probably happened many more times than you think, because like he was saying, bro, a lot of the times it kind of be like passive aggressive. It kind of just be kind of like they kind of like wear a mask with the racism. So you sometimes you don't really know, you don't really catch on, but sometimes you can. Okay, if you watch people long enough, you can you can get a sense of of how a motherfucker thinks or looks at you as. And that's just what happens when you're just aware or you're just an observer. But yeah. Anyhow, bro, that song in the background is mine. You already know. Link in the description. If you fuck with that song, fuck with me on SoundCloud or whatever you listen to. Fuck with that anime channel too. That first link. I'm about to upload a Danadan video. Already did actually. I'm gonna upload another one on Momo. And as always, I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace. Y'all stay safe because niggas are crazy out here. And when I say niggas, I don't mean black people. So don't even, when I say niggas, I mean everybody. People are crazy. I'm just gonna say people are crazy.
She be giving top right under the table.